Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. Welcome back to my playthrough of Red Dead Redemption. Hope that you guys are enjoying this series. Let's continue from where we left off.
Tenemos que movilizar fuerzas en el extremo sur de la llanura para que los flancos del este y el oeste.
Where is Abraham Reyes?
Here, amigo, here. Well, look who it is. The American bandit turned bounty hunter who is about to win the Mexican Revolution.
I don't know about that, mister.
No, but I do, Mr. John Marston, I do. A man like you, or me, with just a few such men, I tell you I could rule the entire country. Hey, hermanos unidos, set my people free! Libre Mexico! Mexico! Libre Mexico! Mexico! Viva la revolución!
That means long live the revolution.
Their energy is like food to me. I feel I was sent for them and they were sent to me.
Good for you.
When I rule these people, I shall be fair and judicious and wise. How so, you ask? Very simple. I know these people. I know this land. In short, I can make them better.
It must be pleasant to be a man so at one with his destiny.
Ay, Dios mío, I don't do it for myself, John Marston. I do it for my people.
Yeah, sure you do.
Exactly.
Sarcasm, my friend, should be beneath a man such as you, don't you think?
Very little is beneath a man such as me.
Ha! Okay, well, in that case, I assume a little robbery will be a pleasant day's work. All in a good cause, of course. Come, my brother. Let us strike while the iron is hot. Follow me. We must hurry. Come on.
So yeah, Reyes is just so full of crap. He's not serious about actually freeing Mexico. He's just doing it all for himself.
You must tell me more, John. Are my sources correct? Have you come to Mexico to murder your two best friends?
Not exactly. We were friends once. A lot's changed since then.
Now that we are friends, I hope you will give me some warning if you get a sudden urge to kill me.
You'll be the first to know when I kill you, I promise. So where are they?
Who?
Williamson and Escuella.
I'm not sure exactly where. They are definitely in Mexico.
That much I know already. You told me you'd found them.
And I will. I have my very best men working on it.
If I find out you're lying to me, Reyes, you'll really see the man I used to be.
I will give you your friends, I promise. Just give me time.
So yeah, that's the only thing that Reyes is actually honorable on, is he actually keeps his word to John, but other than that, he's a scumbag.
Under a fella called Dutch. We were all bad kids. Lost, angry, and forgotten. He kind of saved us.
And turn you into criminals.
Dutch didn't see us that way. We robbed banks, stole from the rich, and we gave the money to people who needed it more.
So he was a revolutionary too, like me.
I suppose. He saw that the system of power was rotten, that good people had been crushed for too long, and he believed that change could only succeed if it was brutal and relentless. Make America what he felt it was supposed to be.
I like the sound of this man, Dutch. Another violent idealist. Where's he now?
I don't know, but I gotta find him once I'm done with them two. In the end, he went insane. Lost faith in everything, and everyone.
So when you're
Quite a story, John Marston. I really am a little jealous.
Jealous?
Of his poetic potential, I mean. He would make an excellent corrido.
A bullfight?
No, mi hermano. That is a corrida. No, a corrido is as Mexican as Mexico itself. A song, a poem, a story, a ballad. A musical tribute to a heroic man and their great deeds. There are over 100 written about me.
Remind me to stay away from men with guitars.
In a country where most people cannot read the newspaper, song is a powerful means of communication. We do what we can to battle the lies and propaganda of the government.
I know. I've seen your posters.
In the capital, they are already talking about my legendary escape from El Presidio, how I fought off 1,000 Mexican soldiers with my bare hands.
Finally, the people have the truth.
Yeah, people of the truth. When you spend,
What did you think of Agustin Allende, Young?
I saw enough to know he ain't a good man.
It is bad enough he beats the people he swore to protect, but it is worse that he enjoys it.
Something must have made him that way.
Cowardice made him that way, my friend. That and Sanchez, of course.
Who?
General Ignacio Sanchez, our country's kind and generous dictator. Everything comes from him. It is like a father who beats his son, and then his son takes his dog outside and rapes him.
That's a very specific example, Abraham.
Allende es una marioneta. How do you say, a puppet? Everything he does is controlled by Sanchez.
In America, they told us Sanchez was making things better here.
Pinche propaganda. He talks about economic reform, about how this is a new golden age for Mexican people. But look around you. The people are poorer than ever.
and what is Reyes really gonna do to fix that?
Allende is nothing more than a perrito for General Sanchez.
A what?
A little puppy dog that leads his feet and makes him feel loved. Not far now. Chuparosa is just up ahead. We must hurry. The train will be leaving soon.
What's on that train that's so important?
I received information that the army is transporting a vast quantity of supplies to distribute to their forces.
Do we have a plan?
I will explain when we get there, but those supplies won't be arriving.
I figured as much.
Today, Allende will pay a high price for his treason.
I really love the storms in this game.
So listen, this train is filled with valuable supplies we need, but it's also filled with government troops. We'll set up a very loud distraction. You can board the train, and then you can disconnect the army cars, huh?
Okay.
Okay, but listen, we've got to get this done before the train rolls out of the station.
You make it sound so easy.
Well, did I not promise you fun times, amigo? Huh? There are too many soldiers. We must surprise them. Here, take this knife. You can use it to kill the guards quietly. Wait until I distract them. Then get on that train as fast as you can, John.
And this game does have better stealth than GTA Online. Because in GTA Online, they detect you for like a second, and you're alerted, even if you kill them without a bullet being fired. Okay. Control the Gatling gun, okay.
You fools are about to be
Oh, this is gonna be good. It's better, I like to just make it so that they run into the fire, so like when I'm just shooting where they go.
Come on! Come on! Come on now! What now? Things ain't looking
You move like a cat onto that train. Magnificent. Go ahead and blow the armored car and take whatever you need, my brother.
Vámonos.
Quick, brother, we don't have much time.
Well, at least he lets you keep what's in the safe. Blow the armored car in the train. Okay.
Come on, my friend. Get that hatch open.
What? How would that have killed me? I was under the... I don't know how the shrapnel from that would have killed you. That makes no sense. Like, Lily, you're behind this giant steel... No, that wouldn't have killed you. It's just like a stick of dynamite. No, that's so unrealistic. Yeah, that was, I'm sorry about that, guys. I did not realize the explosion. I mean, that's just a stick of dynamite, yeah. And you're behind this giant, like, steel car. Like, yeah, that... Remember that Landon Ricketts puts, like... He puts, like, four sticks of dynamite in, like, a door, and you were even, closer to it, and that's, like, fine, but then... Okay,
Maybe Agenda has another gift for us.
Okay, these... I actually like doing these mini-games. Same thing as in GTA Online. Same exact way to crack a safe. Let's see here. Okay. The thing about this is that this is pretty unrealistic because, in a lot of movies, you see them, like, have this little, like, device that, like, they listen to the, they listen inside the safe. The reason they're listening for that is because as they slowly turn the lock, they're listening for the, they're slowly turning the wheel, they're listening for the lock to open. That's what they're listening for, and they know that's the right, one. Because it'll make a small noise, but if you're outside the safe, you won't hear it. Only when you're really close to it. Nice. Okay, that's definitely gonna be enough to buy a new gun.
Dinero! This is a great day for the revolution!
Dinero, that means money.
Not a bad day of robbing the establishment to give to the poor, eh, Mr. Marston?
Very noble, I'm sure, but I need to know where Williamson and Escuella are holed up.
All in good time, amigo. I'm off to deliver these goods. I see you back at the ranch. Oh, my spies tell me they soon will have the information you need.
Also, for people wondering how much $200 would have been back then, this would be obviously in pesos, but, $200 are calculating it because they only have one currency in the game. But, $200 in that time period, this is 1911, let me think about that in my head. $200, that would be about, about 6,000 or more dollars, around there. So that's how much $200 would be, and a safe would have probably been carrying even more money. What's this? What's going on over here? Oh.
Looks like chivalry's dead. I'm getting good at this. Don't mention it, friend.
honor.
What have we got here? Sorry, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. Look at the house that Reyes has taken for himself. He's living in luxury.
¡Ay! ¡Tú eres la mejor puta que he chingado!
¡México!
¡Qué rico! ¡Ay! John, excuse me. Oye, mamita, cuando te vea la próxima vez que sea un poco más durito, ¿eh? And I mean rougher, ¿eh?
What would your most loyal follower, Luisa, say about that?
Who?
Luisa, the girl from Campo Morada?
Her, a gentleman never tells, but she was a most wonderful... I just say she was increíble. Yes. Let me tell you something. I strongly recommend her. You take her when you have the chance, my brother.
She thinks she's your wife.
My wife? These peasant girls, they believe every word a fellow says. So naive. It's really quite charming. I love peasants. Don't you love peasants? I love them. They have such purity.
Reyes comes from a very rich family.
Marry a peasant? My dear boy, don't be absurd. I'm going to be the next president of Mexico. My wife will meet ambassadors, kings, other great men. The very thought that I would marry some peasant girl with a tight gun and the hands of a farmer, well, I really don't think so. My mother, que Dios la cuide, would turn in her grave.
Interesting.
But come on, let's run. I've got an amazing present for you, my brother, huh? Yes? The man you seek. Together, we will bring them to justice. Let's go.
So, here's the thing about this, what I was trying to tell you guys earlier when I was writing of Reyes in the first mission, is that the Mexican army are scumbags and they're bad people, but everything that the Santa tells you about Reyes is pretty much true. That is, everything that the Santa said earlier about Reyes is pretty much true. The only thing that isn't true about Reyes that the Santa said is that Reyes doesn't fight alongside his men when he does. That's the only difference, is that, you know, at least Reyes isn't a coward, but he's still, you know, a massive scumbag. He's an opportunist. He's, you know, he's doing it all for himself. He's not doing this to free Mexico. He's just, you know, he comes from a very rich aristocratic family, and what Reyes is basically, Reyes is a parody of a lot of the rebel leaders during the Mexican Revolution, because even though the rebels generally were good people and they had good ideas, the leadership of the rebels was very corrupt, and a lot of the leaders of the rebels were very rich people. If you look up the leaders of the rebellion, a lot of them were rich aristocrats. So you had very powerful rich aristocrats, and oftentimes they were not fighting, you know, to keep Mexico free. You know, they weren't fighting so that peasants would have a better life. They were fighting primarily for themselves, that they would have their own power, because they didn't like the other aristocrats in power, and they wanted to be the new aristocrats in power. That was pretty much what it was about.
We have both been waiting for.
I forget what the guy's name is. Somebody let me know in the comments down below. But Reyes is a parody of one of the rebel leaders. There was one rebel leader who was, you know, he led mostly the poor, but he was actually very rich himself. And I forget the guy's name. I would have to look him up again, but...
Bien, vamos, hermanos.
That means good, let's go, brothers.
My brother, I just received word of your fight with Allende's men at El Sepulcro. Finally, the Santa is dead. But why did you not kill him yourself when my men gave you the chance?
I could see they wanted it more than I did. The Santa had given me what I needed. Or I thought he had.
A lot of young boys will sleep safer in their beds now.
The Santa was only following orders. He was dumb and loyal to his awful master. But that's all he was.
I wonder if there's any more conversations here on this
Where
route.
are they, Abraham?
They are at El Presidio, John. Can you believe it? The place we first met. The scene of one of my greatest victories over Allende's traitors. You could not write a better story.
It's a story I want to finish.
It is a story we both want to finish, my brother. If my rebels can take El Presidio, then we can move on Escalera. The revolution is happening, John.
Are you sure they're there? Escuella and Williamson?
Javier Escuella is there. That much I am sure of. I don't know about Williamson.
Escuella will do for now.
I am told they paid Allende to hide them. They have been in his protection since you arrived in Mexico. You see, you should have trusted your brother Abraham all along.
When we have them, then you can start making me feel bad. Immediately after you thank me for everything I've done for you, amigo.
So, you can tell that Abraham is actually telling the truth in this part, because he actually tells you, I know that Javier is there, but not Williamson, where DeSanto was saying they're both there.
I had heard the name Javier Escuella before. He is from this province. They tell me he was once a notorious bounty hunter, and also one of the early revolutionaries.
That sounds about right.
All before my rebellious urges took hold, of course. I think I was still traveling in Europe at the time. I was living in Madrid with the ambassador's wife.
That sounds about right as well. Escuella was always a torn man. A cynic who desperately wanted to be a romantic.
Whereas you, John, are a romantic who wants to be a cynic.
Javier would die fighting for what he believed in. He had a lot of passion, but no love. Although he really admired Dutch, of course. But then we all did.
He was the leader of your little group of fortune hunters, ¿verdad?
When Dutch started falling apart, it hit Javier harder than any of them. He went crazy. It was like the one thing he'd ever believed in turned out to be a fraud.
You talk about him fondly.
It ain't exactly fondness. We was close once. But he never cared for me or anybody else. Not any of his so-called brothers. He left me to die when he had the chance to save me.
And didn't he teach you any Spanish during all this time you were together?
I remember Cabron being used a lot.
Well, now you get to pay that cabron a surprise visit.
I ain't here for revenge. I just need him and Williamson.
Okay, how far are we from El Presidio? Oh, not that far, okay.
So who was that girl back there?
Another loyal supporter of free Mexico. What? You want a name?
You can't even remember the name of the girl you're marrying.
Have you ever known power, John?
I'm a semi-literate farmer and hired killer. I ain't in the power game.
Then you will never have the knowledge that any woman will bear your child. Yet for her, it will be an honor.
I've known about enough bastards without making too many more of my own.
A man like me cannot be with just one woman. It would be an injustice to the people I have devoted my life to serve.
You have an interesting way of serving the people. Kind of like a national gigolo.
I owe it to the future of Mexico to breed, my brother. If I can get noble blood flowing through the veins of peasants, can you imagine how great this country can be? An army of reyes, of kings.
I wish I'd never asked.
An army of Reyes, this would be a nightmare.
Have you enjoyed your time in Mexico, John?
It ain't exactly been a vacation. Why are you talking like this is already over?
I don't know. One way or another, this might be the end. What do you think of the Mexican people?
I ain't sure. Some of them been kind, but a lot of them tried to kill me.
Come, my brother. I know what you Americans call us. Greasers, sun greeners, pepper guts. For a land of immigrants, you don't like foreigners very much.
I don't care who a man is, what he does or where he's from. If he treats me right, I'll do the same.
It's that simple for you, isn't it? You would make a fine socialist.
What about the Chinese workers here? I hear you ain't exactly made them very welcome.
That is different. They are an inferior race.
My
You
god.
have all the makings of a great leader, Abraham.
So that's this. Ugh, I can't believe he just said that. In this time period, there's a lot of Chinese workers that actually came to Mexico and and
Do you have any idea
and
how many
America.
times I've thought
They were
about
building
the day I will march in-
The Chinese were building infrastructure, so they came over to America, and there were some that went to Mexico. So these were still, Mexico and America were still, relatively new countries. Mexico and America were both, former colonies of Britain and Spain, and, they'd won their independence, and then, these countries were expanding out westward, both Mexico and America, and so they were building a lot of infrastructure. A lot of the Intercontinental Railroad, the railroad that actually went through the U.S., a lot of that was actually built by Chinese workers.
To Escalera and storm Allende's mansion.
I think I have some idea.
Soon it will be me sleeping on those silk sheets and the colonel lying with the cucarachas.
From what I've seen of Allende, you might want to wash those sheets.
You might be right, my friend.
Do you really think a revolution can work? Do you have enough men?
Revolution begins with one person, John.
One person ain't gonna defeat the Mexican army.
The poor are many and together we are strong. They are ready to fight.
If it does work,
It will.
if it does work, and you take down Allende, what then?
I will give the greatest speech of my life.
But after all the fighting and all the speeches are over, what will you do?
I will march on the capital and take on Sanchez himself.
All right, when Mexico's yours, and you have all the power you desire, what will you do with it?
Like any great leader, my brother, I will delegate.
Notice how he never says, I will improve the lives of the poor, I will make Mexico a just and fair society. No, he never says that. It's all about him.
I'm not usually in favor of American interference, but it will be sad to see you go.
I ain't going nowhere till I have Bill Williams.
What will you do when this is over?
I want to go home, work my land, and grow old with my wife.
That is hard for me to imagine.
It's hard for me too, but I've pulled this trigger too many times now. I'm getting tired.
Well, get ready to pull it a few more times. El Presidio will be heavily guarded.
Oh, I think I got a few more left in me.
Maybe one day you can return to Mexico like Lando Enriquez. A famous outlaw come to die in the sunshine. I can always use a cynical American renegade on my staff.
I'll bear that in mind.
Yeah, so, remember, Reyes is talking about, freedom and equality, but it's all nonsense, and at the same time he calls the Chinese inferior to Mexicans. You see what a scumbag this guy is. This guy is going to ruin and destroy Mexico. And he might ruin it even more than Sanchez is ruining it. That's the thing about what I loved about the Mexican chapter in this game, is that it didn't, the rebels are kind of the good guys, but their leadership is also bad, and so you encounter really bad people on both sides. Okay. We are at El Presidio, it's right here. But yeah, too many people, when they're doing, playthroughs, they skip that, those cutscenes where you're discussing things, and they're pretty important for understanding a character. Okay.
El Presidio is just up ahead. Prepárate, mi hermano. This is our time.
Prepare, my friend. My brother, I mean.
My men will launch a ruse attack on the side entrance to the fort. Meanwhile, you, my American friend, will drive this wagon at the front gate and jump off when you're close. It's been packed with 5 crates of TNT.
That sounds crazy. How long's the fuse?
Yes, like I say, fun times. It's plenty long enough, I think. I'll see you in there, amigo. Good luck, my brother. We will be right behind.
This is a powder keg. I feel bad for the horses, though. Okay, yeah, that was not good. That was that was a retry take two. That was not a good one there. That was There we go. We got it now. Okay. One of the stupidest things that you can do when your gate is breached that you'll just run out the front door. Should probably fortify inside the fort.
We will keep the army occupied, John. You go after Escuella.
Okay. If I remember correctly, Javier Escuella is going to be in the room with the big window.
Go! Look for Escuella! We will cover you, my brother!
Javier, I've come for you. Hello, old friend. It's been a long time.
Hello, brother. It's good to see you. I heard you was coming. You took your time, no?
Been so annoying to find
Come on,
him.
You're not gonna shoot your own brother, are you? We was family.
Yeah, we were. Then you and Dutch went crazy and family didn't mean so much.
So now you do the government's work.
And what do? You just work for a different government.
Come on, brother. I think we should go our separate ways, huh?
What you and Dutch did was wrong. And the way you left me was wrong. Now, I hate to judge, but as it turns out, it's you or me. The way I see it, might as well be you.
We thought you was dead, brother. I promise. I'm telling the truth. Besides, I can give you Bill. In Dutch. Dutch is in Colombia. I can take you straight to him.
You left me to die?
Whoa.
To save your own skin, and now you expect me to care about
Whoa,
you?
You got it all wrong, brother. I've always loved you. Even now.
You were always weak, John!
Hog tie or kill Escuela. Now in this part, you can either kill him or Nope.
Give it up, Javier. I'm taking you in, my brother. I'll let the others judge it. Where's Bill?
I don't
Where's
know.
Bill, you son of a bitch? You think I won't kill you, brother?
He ain't here, brother. He's with Agenda.
You're gonna be locked up for a hell of a long time. Unless they choose to hang you.
Ah, you piece of shit. Hope you're sure about what you're doing, brother. You saw me out. Didn't that life we had mean nothing to you? You puto. One day, I promise you, you're gonna regret this.
One day's about all you got left.
I hope you and your wife and children rot in hell.
You know that life we lived is over. And when we was living it, it didn't mean nothing anyway. It was just an excuse, and we all knew.
What I knew is that you was always a puto. And you're still a puto.
Marston, come with me. The army sent reinforcements. Come.
Yeah, go with your puto.
The army is coming. Get up there and man that cannon.
Okay, use the cannon. Oh, this is gonna be good. Defend the fort from the army.
That horse won't get you far.
Nice. I remember when I used to play the original Red Dead Online, we would all go to this fort, and there was, like, cannons on here, and basically we would just sit here and just blow up all the lawmen as they were coming towards us. You could use these cannons in the multiplayer, remember that? That was fun. Boom.
El presidio is ours. Two old friends reunited. It is a beautiful thing.
At least Reyes kept his word that Javier was actually there.
Mr. Marston, fancy seeing you down here. I must say it's a pleasant surprise to see you.
You've done well, Mr. Marston. Now, Javier here gets to see how far the hand of justice can reach. Come on, you. Get in the damn automobile.
Can we assume one of my commitments is cleared?
Unfortunately, nothing is cleared, John, until your obligations are met. We need you to find Willamson, then head to Blackwater as quick as you can. We have reason to believe that Dutch Vanderland is in the area.
Oh, your wife sends her regards.
The cutscene in that also changes. If you killed Javier, they basically say to you, you know, we wanted him alive. It's pretty much the similar thing, but they'll just say we wanted him alive, and they'll just put a dead body in the back of their, in the back of their car. But now here, we're gonna do the final Mexico mission, so this is the last Mexico mission now. Please know I have a family. I am innocent. Very much thanks, friend. I understood pretty much 95% of what they were saying there. I understood that. Yeah, but hopefully, you know, by the end of the year, if I keep studying Spanish like 20 minutes a day, hopefully I get really good at it one day.
Voltealo. Quítate, estúpido. Le voy a dar un balazo. Quítate. Quítate, pendejo. Quítate. Una, dos, tres.
That means 1, 2, 3, fire.
¡Viva la revolución!
Long live the revolution. Let's go, comrades. Yeah, John just doesn't care. He's just walking by all of it. You gotta understand John's perspective. He's just here for Williamson.
Escuchen, rebeldes. Escuchen cómo cantan los niños.
¡Otra vez!
Welcome to Mexico. My brothers and I are just discussing the future of our country.
Okay, let this man go.
And who are you, gringo?
I'm no one. But unless you want this town to tear you and your boys to shreds, I suggest you let him go.
And you think you could tell me what to do, friend?
Oh, you should listen to him, friend.
Look at that. You want to risk it?
The American is a drunk. If I were you, I would pull that trigger.
Put the gun down, Americano.
Ya, mátalo.
¡Déjenme, hombre!
¡Mierda! ¡Ay, Dios mío!
That's unfortunately how Luisa meets her end.
So you want to settle this now, friend? Or you want me to shoot you in the head right now for that poor girl?
Okay, but we fight like men, not like dogs.
That means he wants to duel. The dueling in this game is much harder than Red Dead Redemption 2. It requires a level of skill to it. Got him.
Thanks, my brother. Now the people are finally ready. Today we overthrow the Coronel.
Senor, there are prisoners in jail who will fight on our side. Can you save them?
Some of my best men are held in Allende's jail. They will be a great help to us.
Now, as you're going through the town, you'll actually find people about to be executed that you can save. Like in this case. This is the best mission, the final one in the Mexico chapter.
Let's go, my friends. Reyes is ready to attack Melinde's mansion.
¡Cuidado! Que Dios te bendiga, amigo. Ahora ayudamos a Abraham.
¿Qué hacen?
Okay. So what are we... Oh, I got the bolt-action rifle. I got it. This is my favorite gun in the game. And what's really cool about this mission is as the Mexican army starts losing, they'll start falling back. Let's go, my brothers, to Allende's mansion. Got him. And the Springfield Krag, this was the default U.S. service rifle. It fired the 30-40 Krag until it was replaced by the Springfield 1903. And it was a Norwegian rifle originally that was adopted by the U.S. And you're wondering, why did the U.S. adopt a Norwegian rifle? They liked the design of it. It had this little box that you could drop the rounds in, which made loading it very convenient. The bolt was actually really quick. A lot of countries wanted the U.S. to adopt their service rifle because it meant really good business with the U.S. The reason the U.S. didn't adopt a British rifle such as the Lee Enfield is because, think about it, at that time, America and Britain, we weren't enemies, but we were more rivals. We still didn't like each other. And do you know how bad it would have looked for any U.S. president at that time if the main U.S. rifle was a British rifle? If we adopted a British rifle as our main service rifle, you know how bad that would have looked for any U.S. president? So that's one of the reasons we also chose the Norwegian rifle as our standard issue. Okay, mount the Gatling gun.
We will blast through the door with gunpowder barrels. Wait while we get everything into position. Now, John!
Stupid of them to try to run out the door. Like, literally, you should have taken, you take a fortified position inside. You don't just run out.
Adelante! A la mansión! ¡Traigan hachas! ¡Echen la puerta abajo!
Oh, comrades, here is, I wasn't able to read it in time. Prepare. Defend, oh. The Gatling gun. Keep spraying it, do not release the trigger. Ah. There we go.
Come on! We can still get to my stagecoach!
Go then. I'll cover you.
They're getting away! We have to stop them!
¡Vámonos! ¡Date prisa, cabrón!
To their horses, compadre! We cannot let them get away! It's time to stop running!
Of course, Alendi just leaves his men here behind. Okay.
John Marston! Remember mi nombre!
Okay. An armored wagon is really useless if you can just shoot the horses or the driver.
What the hell are you doing? Find my freedom, pendejo. Now shut up, you dumb ape, and get out of the wagon. Apúrate.
I'm coming out! Don't shoot! Here, take Williamson. Just let me live.
Now,
I will leave the country, I promise.
for people wondering what happens if you don't shoot a Williamson, but you shoot a Lendy.
Dutch wanted you dead. We all did.
Well, I'm going after him next. I'll outlive all of you.
You always was a traitor. You bastard orphan. All right, John. I'll come quietly.
That's what happens if you don't shoot Bill Williamson. A lot of people shoot him.
Mexico is mine.
You notice what he says? His final words after the battle is, "It should have been Mexico is free," but he doesn't say Mexico is free. He says Mexico is mine. Ugh. We just gave Mexico to another tyrant.
Free, and it is all thanks to you, John.
And to the people who laid down their lives. People like Louisa.
Oh yes, she was very brave, and she will be missed. Who was she again?
Your peasant girl wife to be?
Oh yes, of course. She will have a day named after her. Laura's Day.
Louisa.
What? Oh yes, I know Laura as well. Magnificent girl. Like riding a pompous bull it was, amigo. You never saw anything like it. Anyway, enough about sport. Let's get back to politics. I trust you will join us in riding on the Capitol.
I'd love to, but with Williamson dead, my jailers need me back in Blackwater.
¿Qué hacen? Levántense. Well, I must say, I'll miss you, John Marston.
I doubt you'll even remember me, Abraham, but it's been an
I
experience.
doubt you'll even remember me.
Good luck with the revolution. If you win power, remember why you wanted it.
Well, travel safely, amigo.
Yeah, John Marston's last attempt to try to make sure that Reyes would turn out to be a good leader. It's not gonna work. It's gonna fail. And yeah, that's it. Rebels have taken over Escalera. They're gonna move on the capital, and Reyes will become the new president of Mexico. But the question is, will he be a good leader? But I guess we will wrap it up here, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this. On the we only have 2 chapters left in the game: the Blackwater chapter and Beecher's Hope. There's actually not that much left of the game. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this. See you on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.